Hi, Dr. McCarthy here, and today we're going to discuss thyroid treatment success secret number 18. Today we're going to talk a little bit about cytokines. We touched on cytokines in a previous video as being a chemical messenger. Chemical messengers basically of your immune system, and they signal inflammation. Now, inflammation is a normal part of your body's physiology. It's when that inflammation is just ongoing and unchecked that it becomes a problem. One of the first places where you can see problems with this ongoing inflammation is in your thyroid gland. That's why we're discussing cytokines in this success secret. We're going to talk more about that later. I want to explain a little bit more about the cytokines. In the previous video, we talked about that teeter-totter, the Th1, the Th2, the two halves of your immune system, and the middle part was Th3 that balances the two. Th1, if you are Th1 dominant, we'll see that your body's producing a lot of interleukin-2 and tumor necrosis factor alpha. If you're Th2 dominant, your body's going to produce an excessive amount of interleukin-4 or interleukin-10. Now, I know that sounds like Klingon to you, but what's really important is that you get these levels checked by someone who knows what these words mean. That's me. When we can check your blood levels of these things, then I can now tell that you're either Th1 dominant or Th2 dominant. We're going to stimulate the side that you are non-dominant on. We've got to figure this out first, though. Things like green tea would be a wonderful thing for someone, but it could actually create immune system problems for someone else. So it's really bad to go out and try and treat yourself by taking herbs and botanicals if you don't know which way your body's leaning, which way you're dominant, Th1 or Th2. Remember, again, we spoke about this earlier, the cytokines, the increase in the cytokines leads to a decrease in your hypothalamus and your pituitary, which leads to a decrease in your thyroid stimulating hormone. So if you've got these massive amounts of cytokines, inflammatory cytokines floating around inside your body, it's down-regulating your pituitary gland. You're decreasing the amount of thyroid stimulating hormone. Your thyroid can't produce enough hormones. You start to get symptoms of hypothyroidism. But your TSH still falls within that broad range of normal. Your doctor says you're fine, don't worry about it, everything looks great. And if you persist in telling them that something's wrong, eventually they're just going to say, well, it's all in your head. Here's an antidepressant for you. When actually it's not in your head, it's in your cytokines. Get your cytokines checked, and we'll start to know where this problem's coming from. And then lastly, we've got to figure out what has elevated your cytokines. Why are you Th1 dominant? Why are you Th2 dominant? That's our job. You've got to find someone who understands this stuff and knows how to modulate your immune system and remove these triggers that are elevating your cytokines. If you would like some more information on this and you are ready to get tested, you're sick and tired of being sick and tired, you need to call our office now. Don't suffer another minute. Thanks.